Now, Ghana's poor city planning seems to be one of its major deficiencies in managing populations, resulting in congestion, disease, and general disorderly living due to floods, etc. One area in Ghana where efforts are being made to avoid the traps of Accra and other places is the Ningo-Prampram area. The District Assembly there is starting a land and housing ownership scheme under the planned city extension project this month. The project is aimed at providing up to 500,000 affordable houses and serviced plots across the district and adjoining district. It is under the auspices of the Ministry of Local Government and supported by the UN Habitat. It's estimated to cost about 4.8 billion and will be completed within the next 20 years. Danny Ohene Eju is project manager. He joins me here in the studio to tell us a bit more of this. So essentially, you're welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you.
Essentially, this project is being undertaken by the District Assembly, and it then means that it's being funded by government?
No, it's private-led.
Private-led?
Yes, private-led because, you know, that when it comes to housing or planning, it's very capital-intensive. All over the world, governments, you know, are in charge of planning. But when it comes to provision of certain amenities, it becomes very capital intensive. So you realize that every now and then government or the assemblies shy away from housing. It's because of this and other reasons that under the planned city extension project, which commenced actually a couple of years ago, we're coming up with this land and house ownership scheme. Now, the whole idea is to avoid haphazard planning. You know, there's this self-help urbanization that's going on all over the place. And
well, I mean, it sounds good, but you know, always the devil is in the detail. Yeah. So the details that people want to find out is when you say it's an affordable housing scheme, how affordable is affordable?
You see, affordability, we shouldn't look at affordability in terms of just the money. The duration or tenure of payment and particular arrangements, you know, concerning the whole scheme is key. But we are looking at brackets within the middle to low income. You know, you are talking of people in the civil service, public service. You are talking of people in the informal sector. You know, because if you look at the real housing problems and needs, it's within these brackets. The top 10 are mostly for the, you know, up bracket or the up market. You know,
but your focus is on the middle income.
Our focus is on the middle to low income earners.
Middle to low income earners. Exactly. So how does it really work? So now, if I live in this area, or even if I don't live in the area, how do I get onto a plan like this? Okay,
so first of all, you would have to apply. You pick up an application form at any of our designated banks. They will be announced in the coming week. But we have about 4 key banks that we are working with. You have to go there and pick up application forms or the Ghana Post. You can also apply via a mobile app that's coming up, or USSD code, short code, that's universal across all the networks. Then also you may also apply via online. Okay. You can use a MasterCard or Visa card.
So you apply and you say, I want a 2-bedroom house. Yes. And then what happens?
Yes, so you apply after the application. Within 7 days, you'll be given a specific membership code, which you're going to use to make your monthly installments, which should commence at least maximum 2 months after you have applied.
So once you apply, it's a done deal. You get the house?
No, once you apply, there are terms and conditions that apply.
So do I have to meet any requirements? What are these requirements?
It is essentially a rent-to-own scheme. What it means is that after you apply, you have to start making your rentals. The delivery is within 36 to 48 months. You move in or you're given a certificate of occupancy, and then you continue to pay until the full term, which is 20 years. You can opt to make payment outright or earlier than the 20 years. You know, all is still subject to some terms and conditions.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is this house? Let's start from, I'm sure it starts from a 2-bedroom house?
Yes. So
or you have single rooms,
yes.
chamber and a hall?
No.
2 bedrooms?
So it's 1 bedroom. We have flats, we have semi-detached houses, we have detached, fully detached houses. The 2-bedroom flat goes for $750 a month.
750 a month.
Ghana cedis a month.
So you pay 750 for 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So in total, you would have finished. You'd have paid how much by the time you end?
That's for the 1-bedroom flat. You should have paid roughly about some 40-something thousand USD if it's in USD.
40,000. Okay, yeah. Because I've not been able to do the calculation. Yes. 750 times 20 years, yeah, to get what? But you're saying that that's 40,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
And once you start paying 750 every month, yeah, you don't attract interest.
Our scheme is only tied to dollar. We may want to call it dollar parity or fluctuations, for only the first 5 years. Thereafter is fixed monthly CD installments.
720.
Yes, that's how good it is.
750 for 20 years.
Yeah.
And within this 20 years, if anything happens to someone who is on this mortgage system, what's going to happen? Those in the house will have to vacate, or?
Yes, you see, there is a social bit. In as much as we are planning, you know, we're doing this scheme to solve a development problem. I mean, physical or spatial planning development problem. There is also the social bit. You would always have to come to the client to investigate why, you know, the cost. I mean, if there's any reason for which he cannot continue to pay, is it because of an invalidity? I mean, the person becomes an invalid. Okay. Then you would contact the next of kin or a co-applicant to continue
from there.
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, we ran out of time, but this is a project that's coming up when next month.
Yes, we're beginning this month.
This month.
Yes, this month. So
okay.
From next week, God willing, it's going to be announced.
Okay.
For participation.
Okay, and it's everybody at all can just apply.
Everybody can apply. And
then you check for their requirements, whether it fits in what you're looking for, and then you can give it to them.
Exactly. Backgrounds are going to be checked, okay, and all of those things.
All right. Yeah. So you've had the Planned City Extension Project, speaking to their spokesperson, Mr. Edu here. It starts next week, we're told. So from this month it starts. So from next week we should expect the details as far as which bank you can go to get that application done. And I wish you all the best, even as we look at solving the housing deficit problem. Right. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much, too. Bye.